So it's a bit messy, but it's messy because there's progress, which is good.
Spend some money. Or not. Steph's opted for the blue jumper today. Thursday, excuse the bags under the eyes. I've had very little sleep. The stress is real. 690 quid on lengths of wood. Great. That was a stingy one, to say the least. Like, shit. Aye, Steph's like, it's going to be epic. It's going to be great.
It's a wee bit more open because that's been emptied. This stuff needs to come out. The kind of initial stages of these are going to be finished this week.
Big day on Monday, product arrives. Starting to come together pretty rapid. Storm Owen or O'Wine or whatever its name is. Good morning. It's Monday. We have a busy week this week. Lots happening. Work is kind of well and truly underway with regards to our trades at the showroom. So we've got Chris, our joiner, in this week, who is, well, we've got him pretty much from now until the showroom's finished, to be honest with you. He's starting to build the second stands, finishing off some boxing in of the cables and making cupboards, and he's got the coffee bar and presentation area to build when that arrives. So with that, I need to go and get some timber. So I'm just heading to the builders merchants just now to go and get some prices for some timber and some building materials that he requires. And all going well, that should get delivered tomorrow and we can properly get cracked on. He's got plenty to be getting on with today, but just want to make sure that he's got materials there for as early as possible tomorrow. So that's currently where I'm off to just now. I've got bits and bobs to take care of quotations wise for 2 jobs which are going out later this week, which still needs to be priced and sorted out. I never got them done on Saturday. Steph is pretty much just on quotations all day today and tomorrow, i.e. issuing quotes, the stuff that I did the initial pricing for. He needs to do the installation costs and everything else. So yeah, it's pretty much all go. No doubt at some point we'll be heading over to the cow shed, so we'll take you to that. But yeah, busy Monday, and also we've got no coffee at the office. I finished the last of it yesterday, so before we do anything else, we go and pick some coffee up. So that's on the list as well. So first visit to the cow shed. We are currently in the process of building the first set of display stands. As well as that, Steph's nicking a radiator from the old office because we've no heating in the temporary office. Steph's hijacking a wee oil heater so that we've got some heat. But overall, guys are cracking on well. We'll come back down a couple of times this week just to see how progress is going, but it's looking good so far. Materials arrive tomorrow that were ordered this morning. Exciting times. It is Tuesday today. Slightly different start to the day today. I've just been on my first podcast as a guest, which was pretty interesting. Once I know more about that and where it's going to be published or where it's going out to, I'll let you know, and you can have a look at that for yourself. I am heading over to the cow shed just now. Catch up with Steph. Steph's heading there at the minute. We have had some issues with the display wall at the back. So where we're building the kind of boardroom type area, VR suite, media area if you like, we need some stuff at the back to store computers and servers and all that type of stuff. And we've had a design through and it looks great, but Christ almighty, it's mega expensive, too expensive for us. So we're just going over there now to go and have a look at it, see if there's anything we can do to simplify it, make it cheaper, and then hopefully get that ordered today so we can get that in motion and here for the guys to install. Well, we've got them for the next 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit of progress in terms of what's happened today. So, cow shed, day 2, second visit. we seem to be here all the time at the moment. However, we are making pretty rapid progress, which means there's loads of decisions that need to be made that we haven't really thought about on the fly. Or not that we haven't thought about, we now have to make real proper decisions on them. So building materials arrived, which is good. The guys now have stuff that allows them to crack on and build. Chris is here, which is also good. Path. So driveway was obviously done a wee while back, but now we've got the formation of our path and front door, which is good. Some gravel going in here. And then on the inside, Steph will give you
Here we go.
the rundown.
So it's a bit messy, but it's messy because there's progress, which is good. And effectively we're into the point of the build where we're starting to build out the displays and starting to kind of bring everything together. So the offices are going to get doors either side, bifold example, and a lift and slide. And then in front of those, there are kind of built-in displays which will kind of help to turn these offices and little kind of displays into little mini houses, so that hopefully it will help our clients to kind of visualize products in place. So in this one, we've got Internorm KS 430 lift and slide door and an HX 300 panorama window. And then on this side, we've got the HS 330 timber aluminium lift and slide door with glass to glass corner. So the stand that's being kind of built here will be replicated on the opposite side, and like I say, they'll be made up to look like little mini displays with kind of flat roofs, overhangs, that type of thing. Offices are, again, progress being made. We've got a couple of wee bits and pieces. There's a bit of painting that needs to be done in here, and Mark's one needs to get a second coat, but you can see that it's starting to come together. And on the back, this is obviously still a bit messy, still a bit open, but the progress that we've made here is that we have finalised the design and ordered the units for the coffee bar, which is going to go on this side. We have finalised the design and ordered the units for the TV unit that's going to go in the back of here, where we're going to have our big 75-inch TV. And then we have just finalised today the kind of layout for what we are calling the VR suite, but effectively this whole thing will be boardroom / VR suite. But on this side, we've got cupboards and units that are going to house some of the equipment for that, but then also the kind of data stuff, internet, everything else for the system. And we've got a bit of a kind of roof design just so that that doesn't feel like you're sitting in an open space. Kitchen is exactly where the kitchen was before. It's essentially done. Bathroom, we've got the tiler coming in the next few days in order to kind of get started on that and get that tidied up. And then the accessible WC, Charlie has been kind of working to finish that off, get it boxed in. There's a heater in there at the moment which is drying out the plaster so that the painting can get started on that tomorrow, and then 2 coats in here. Other than that, big long list, but actually that should only take, you know, the best part of kind of 2 to 3 days. It's a case of getting everything out of here so that we can, Chris next week can get started on this bit. So lots of progress made, and we're actually feels like we're getting somewhere now.
Yep, it's kind of coming along pretty quick. The stuff that we've been discussing this morning is like the more kind of finishing touches and things that are going to make it feel more homely, office-like.
A finished showroom.
So we've kind of made the decisions on that for the wooden panels and stuff, which we're now going to go back to the office and order. It'll be an expensive order. But yeah, good progress over the past couple of days. Our installers, fitters come in on Monday morning. So the first, well, pretty much 90% of the showroom product arrives here on Monday. We won't be able to get it all fitted because some of it requires to go into stands, but it'll close off the offices, it'll install the bifolds, it'll get the doors in place and allow us to start finishing and trimming and cladding and all the other things that come along with it. So really good. Back to the office now, spend some money. Or not. See you soon.
Merchant store.
Oh, merchant store. Look at this. Steph's got his Steph's opted for the blue jumper today.
There we go.
I went grey again.
Carhartt number.
I was in blue yesterday, so. Anyway, we'll catch up with you later on in the week. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday. Excuse the bags under the eyes. I've had very little sleep. Mine's been going about 150 mile an hour with all the things I need to get done to get this showroom over the line. So the stress is real, to say the least, but hey ho, it's part and parcel of doing this type of thing and setting up on your own. But yeah, slightly stressed. This morning I am heading back to Beatson's, the builders merchants, to go and get more building materials. Chris called us yesterday and said that he's ran out, and also he needs materials for the kind of design area bit as well. So I'm currently on my way there. And then we are heading over to Howden's, where we got the coffee bar from. That started out as getting them to design a coffee bar come bar for us, then to a media wall, then from a media wall to another media wall at the back, and then adding Steph's office and adding my office. So started off with one purchase and now it's into like, well, 5 in total. Safe to say that we opened up an account there with a kind of credit limit that we thought would be okay. However, in the course of about 4 days, we have maxed it out and more. So everything that we get has to be paid up front, which is fine, it's not a problem. But yeah, I'm heading through there just now to go and get that paid for and get that settled so the stuff can be delivered. So it's going to be an expensive morning, probably the most expensive morning so far since starting this joyous little company that now seems to be an absolute beast at chewing through our funds. But that's why the money's there. That's why we've worked hard to build it. The money was in the bank to spend, so we didn't have to go and finance anything. So it's just getting over that hill of seeing the bank balance go down in quite steep chunks now, where we've been used to it coming out in dribs and drabs every month. It's all fine, but I suppose it's the mindset thing of, shit, we are really burning cash now at quite a substantial rate. So yeah, that's what we're up to now. Oh my god. See, anyone that ever says our windows are expensive, try building a showroom and display stands purely out of timber. Like, there's not even that much here. But yeah, there's another 690 quid on lengths of wood. Great. On to the next one now. The chunky credit card bill, which will be the kitchen, bar, offices, and everything else that comes with it. To Howden's we go. Let's see if Steph's done any damage so far on the credit card. Could be interesting. That was a stingy one, to say the least. Steph's so blasé about it. However, for me, I'm like, shit. Aye, Steph's like, it's going to be epic, it's going to be great. But never mind, it's done. It's a big, big purchase out the way. And to be honest, it's the bulk of the fit out kind of taken care of. The rest is now just labour and trades. Painters, carpet fitters, we've got carpet tiles to pay for. We're now heading to the showroom to see what Chris managed to get up to yesterday. We just want to make sure that he's good with some of the wee tweaks that we've made the past couple of days. just while we've been thinking out loud. So we want to stop in and see what he's done there. Then it's back to the office. I have a meeting with the accountant, funnily enough. He's still going to be happy after spending all this money. But we got a meeting with the accountant at 12 o'clock. I've got another meeting at 4 o'clock with a client to finalise an order, which means that they'll pay and we'll get some money in. So yeah, off to the cowshed. We're back at the cowshed. We've just been in measuring for some grass to go on some of the display floors, as well as that, just catching up with Chris. We provisionally kind of got him in for a week and a bit, and I think we've probably got close to kind of 3 weeks worth of work. So he is now booked for that to get it finished. This now has been pretty much emptied, so Steph will give you a very quick tour.
So it's not too far away from where we were last time really, but obviously it's a wee bit more open because that's been emptied. This stuff needs to come out, a bit of finishing to be done over there. We just literally have a little bit of painting in the accessible WC. We have tiling to get started on the main bathroom, and as you can see from in here, loads of space. It's actually worked out really nice in terms of how everything's tied through. Kitchen, same again, loads of space. We're literally done in the kitchen, to be honest. Everything needs to get kind of tidied up and taken out, but you know, we just need to get your usual microwave, toaster, different bits and pieces. This space is all open, so our joiner Chris is going to get started on this next week. At the moment they're kind of finishing off the two kind of bump out displays on the front of myself and Mark's offices, and as you can see, these are well underway. So both of these are going to be finished. The kind of initial stages of these are going to be finished this week, which means that product can start getting installed next week, which starts to make it feel like a showroom. Both myself and Mark have doors that need to go into the front of these areas in the offices, and then doors that go onto the main office as well. Still a wee bit of painting to get done, bit of painting and touching up to be done there. You know, it's one of those things, you're always going to have touch-ups and different bits and pieces, but I actually think it's really flying now. You know, things are kind of really moving and happening, so it's good. It's good, we're getting there.
And big day on Monday, product arrives. So first set of windows and physical doors. So we'll start putting glazing products in here on Monday. So exciting times ahead. Obviously Chris has just been noisy now. Perks of being on a building site. But yeah, we'll pop back tomorrow, end of play. This display should be up and on to the next bit. So yeah, exciting times. It is starting to come together pretty rapid and expensively.
So nervous.
So I was just telling them that in the car, like I'm shitting my pants now. Right, okay, catch you later. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, finally. Obviously, you guys are watching this behind the times, so it's this storm today. Storm Owen or Owain or whatever its name is. So the whole town where we're based just now is pretty much like a ghost town. Builders merchants are shut. Deliveries that we were meant to have for the showroom today are not happening. So yeah, the world, or certainly the central belt of Scotland, is at a standstill. Not much coming of it at the moment. That's the view out a little office window at the minute. As you can see, it's raining, it's wet, but it's Scotland as well, so that makes really no difference to what's actually happening in the world. So I'm in the office. Good thing about this is the office is only literally not even 5 minutes from my house, so I've nipped down. Steph's going to come in, at least for a bit, get some work done. Got some requotes to do today for jobs which came in during the week. Clients have then came back and said, look, can you tweak this, can you tweak that? So we're going to be working on that today. I've got some aluminium orders to place for aluminium sills, for jobs that are on site. And other than that, that's about it. It should be quite an easy day today. The good thing is when obviously the rest of the world's at a standstill, the world is Scotland at the end of the day. When everyone else is at a standstill, you can get quite a lot done. So that's what we're going to do. We'll try and work through it. So anyway, we'll catch up with you later on. If not, have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week. That's if there's nothing to report. Goodbye.